Welcome to the next race.
Oh yeah. Welcome back to political disagreement. Hey, it's a green plant, so we gotta go with green.
Go with green.
Yeah, go green, lacy green. Because it's politics branch. Even though, like, I don't remember either.
What green? You mean we're going to be talking about, like, the Green Party or the marijuanas or...
I mean, we could, but we were talking about abortion because there's one last thought I wanted to share, and you wanted to share a couple thoughts. A lot of people's, oh, you could just do this instead of having abortions are really dumb, bad advice. Oh, you could just adopt your baby out. Like, yeah, like you said, rich white people aren't, you said this yesterday.
Yeah.
There aren't, like, hordes of
people looking to adopt.
Yeah, at least adopt babies that aren't, like, you know, white, blonde-haired, blue-eyed little girls without health issues. You know, because that's
boys.
what everyone
they
wants.
Want boys.
I think they want girls more than they want boys when it comes to adoption. There's just, for some reason, even though when you're having children, more people want boys than girls when people adopt. I think it's something about, like, taking control of something that perceived as vulnerable.
China would disagree with you.
Well, China's culturally very different, and I don't think China has a big adoption culture in general.
But well, I'm more to say that because they hold the
one-child policy. That's been
no, not the one child. I was going to say
of
such a population like percentage above the rest of the world.
Oh yeah, because of the one-child. Because of the one-child policy. A lot of, and the way that inheritance worked, you were really screwed if your one child was a girl. So that's why there was a strong, and then, I mean, horrible, people would do horrible things like intentionally murder their first girl so that they could have a boy.
Or just drop them out on the fucking street.
Yeah, they, or abort as soon as they found out that it was a girl. Not a good reason to have an abortion, by the way. That's another thing. You can certainly come up with a lot of reasons to have an abortion that I would disagree with. Like, it's gonna be the wrong gender. Yeah, probably not. Now, there's some iffy things, like it's gonna be autistic. Like, how autistic are we talking about?
How can you tell?
Well, yeah, how can you tell? But, like, say you could, like, perfectly predict this baby is going to have some level of autism. Where's the threshold where you say, like...
Why is that a bad thing?
This is, yeah, like, fuck you. Like, certainly, you know, whatever level I might have of it, or even my brother Daniel has of it, I would say, go get fucked, you should have that baby. But I also, once again, think that that's ultimately the prospective mother's choice.
Yeah.
Even if I disagree with them having that particular one. Because, you know, it's not a human life yet. So, I mean, fuck it. You're just basically doing something to yourself.
What you're saying is it's a shitty excuse, but...
Yeah, right, yeah. Sometimes people have shitty excuses to do things, but there still ought not be a law. What are some of the other things? Like, people's motivations are often given away by what exceptions they would allow for and in what order they would allow them. So, for example, there's an exception for killing a fetus in these southern states if you're a fertility clinic. You know, if you're helping people get pregnant and you throw away 6 embryos because you only were implanting 2 and you just needed to pull 8 to make sure that, you know, you didn't have to do this whole thing again, you know, that's considered perfectly acceptable. Like, that's not illegal and not murder, even though it's the exact same thing
way earlier.
Medically. No. I mean, it's the exact same thing medically as some of these other things. I mean, these things have been around for like a week or 2 before they get injected. So they're just as far along as these other early... Oh, I guess it's not like 6 weeks, though, like some of the bans are. But, I mean, a 6-week ban, the whole point is to be an outright ban on abortion. It's just a tried way of like, let's see if we can get away with this bullshit. We've got hyper-conservative partisans on the Supreme Court. Maybe we can get away with this. What are you going to do for us, Papa Kavanaugh? We know you like raping women, so forcing women to give birth is probably up your alley, too. Okay. Next politics branch topic, unless you got something to add.
No.
Okay. Trans Panic at the Disco.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
you ruined it on the last lap. Failed.
Yeah, Trans Panic is no longer being... like, it's not an admissible defense in court in our state anymore.
You're not even allowed to try it.
If you know what, because you had questions about this. First, I think you asked what is Trans Panic, which is a crime.
I mean, I could assume what it is a bit, but
It's a crime committed when finding out that the person who you were about to bone it on with, or not even bone it on with, just like you went on a date with,
or even hung out,
or you
with.
were about to hook up with, turned out to not have the sexual characteristics that you were anticipating, and using that as a defense for and that's why I murdered her, because she had a penis and I found out, and I was uncomfortable with that. And people were using that as a defense, and people I think gotten off of murder charges with it in other places in
Other
further back
countries.
in time. I think in the United States, potentially. I can't name any cases, but it sounds familiar. This is not a thing to take what I say as gospel.
It certainly sounds like a thing that
this
could
is
have happened.
I'm playing a video game, so I can't look this up on the internet to verify it right now, and we sort of wandered into this topic.
And I'm too lazy to look it up, so look it up yourself. Do some research.
Yeah,
damn
do
it.
some research. Don't just take what I say as gospel, especially when I say don't take this as gospel.
We tell you to do research because we love you.
But yeah, now if you try to use that defense in a court in Nevada, you're the judge legally has to tell the jury to disregard that, and they can declare mistrial and stuff, because you can effectively say this defense is not admissible. You're not allowed to use this defense, and I like that. Good job, Nevada. You did it good.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah, I mean we're not the most conservative state anymore. We're a little more conservative than I would like us to be, but I mean, Mormons.
Yeah, well.
Amarith, we need a lighthearted topic.
Puppies.
Can we talk about the great cookie caper, the Oreo witch hunt?
Oh, sure.
Ooh, I thought I was on the last.
I figured you'd want to save that for another day, but yeah, we can go into.
Yeah, let's talk about this Oreo witch hunt. So, I'm hanging out at Kate's house, and
your phone starts blowing up.
My phone starts blowing up because I noticed it after it had blown up, post explosion, and it starts with this picture and someone saying, "What the hell? Was it you that took the first picture?"
I took the first picture.
Yeah, and it's this
right
Oreo
here.
cookie.
And I said, "What the hell? What the fuck is this? Whose ass do I have to kick? For doing this?"
And you can see this thing. Those are not teeth marks. Amarith is full of shit, right? Maybe, perhaps. I don't know. Who knows? It's funny. But everyone's basically saying not it in this group chat because it's me, Amarith, Jamie, and Amy, right?
Right.
And I'm and everyone's basically saying not me. So everyone's well, must have been John. He's not here to defend himself.
He's the only one that hasn't said not it, and he's the last
everyone's
one in the
accusing
chat.
me of having eaten most of a cookie and then throwing part of it back. But let me tell you something, Amarith. I have breaking news right now.
Oh?
I have cracked this case wide open because I investigated.
Oh?
In between then and now.
Please.
And it turns out, just look at every other cookie in that goddamn box. They're all broken to pieces. There are chunks coming off of all of them, Amarith.
No, there are not.
Yeah, there are. Look in
what happened to the other half of that cookie then? And I'm not talking about the part that got bitten.
The rest of that cookie got eaten because somebody picked it up, and then there was a tiny chunk missing out of it, and they're whatever.
Then who would have fucking said that? John the Branch? The 5th? Do we have to go to the 6th now? Am I killing a John tonight?
No, I'm saying, again, that cookie could still be in there, the cookie that
no,
it crumbles
it is
from.
not.
Amarith, this is just how the cookie crumbles.
It is not how the cookie crumbles.
No, it literally is how the cookie crumbles.
No.
Sometimes Oreo cookies crumble. They're cookies.
No,
they're
they
not
don't.
These invincible...
Oreos don't crumble.
Yeah. Yes, they do. Have you ever had an Oreo cookie shake?
Yes, they break them.
Yeah. That's crumbling. Breaking cookies makes them crumble.
Yes, but not on their own.
Yes.
Not just in stasis in the package. They don't crumble.
If the package gets banged up.
Well, why the fuck would you bang up the package on a cookie?
Because it happened in shipping or something. Because you don't get to see the Oreos before you buy the package and be like, yep, these are good quality Oreos. Nothing wrong with them.
Well, I mean, you can feel them and be like, yes, these are the top quality.
Who feels up Oreos before they buy them? You're making just a completely...
You don't?
No, and no one does.
Like, comment, and subscribe if you feel up your Oreos before you buy them. No one in the
history of the world has ever been like,
John, let me check
on these Oreos.
I would like to posit that yes, this is in fact a thing that I do.
Boy, this is our best content in weeks. We should get off of politics branch and get on like whodunit
Mysteries.
treats. Yeah, snack patrol. Boy, that is a long route.
Yeah.
Gosh, I have this whole topics list and I can't glance over at it. We've been stretching this Oreo bit out for like 5 minutes.
Well,
Meredith,
because you're wrong.
Meredith, what's on your mind?
On...
fuck!
Well,
I guess I can look at my list.
Well, we could also next time on the branch.
We could?
Yeah, we could.